All right, hey everybody, welcome back. Another quick video here. I think it's going to be pretty quick. Just a couple of things that one thing I started using and one thing that I discovered and I think I may start using. So anyway, I've been for navigating files, for files that I get all the time. I use two files primarily. I really use one file, and that's this this org file, called index.org. Not make this a little bigger even, called index.org or i.org. And, this has my notes in it and my to-dos and all the stuff that I got to do here. These are things that I want to write blog posts about. And I don't even know what I have under some of these headings offhand. I don't want to reveal them in case there's anything private, but I mostly use this, this honest.net. They do, I'm looking for a provider that's not Fios or Spectrum for my internet since they both suck. And so I may check out honest.net, but if anyone knows someone good in New York, that would be awesome. But anyway, the other file that I go to that I don't like having to navigate to is my Emacs configuration. And so I bound that to double escape C and double escape I. And I think I have those in here. I also have a Hydra that may be bound to that. I do not remember. Yeah, so like Control Z I will also load my org file, and these are some configurations I have here. But yeah, here it is: escape I to load load that. I guess I do have escape L to load my links, but I really just never use that. And escape C. But the problem with that is it's not really, I have to hard code it, which is okay. It's okay because I've been doing this now for a few years and it's working pretty well for me. But I noticed on the Emacs subreddit, someone commented about who uses bookmarks, and I'm like, well, maybe I should start using bookmarks. And bookmarks are pretty easy to use. You can be in a file like here. We're in this readme.org, and I can do escape X bookmark. Set the bookmark, and notice Control XR M, and I can set that, and I can set it for readme.org, and now that's a bookmark. And if I go to my i.org, I can set the bookmark to that, so Control XRM, and set that, and so that's using it either way, and then now I can use the bookmarks. So for example, if I do Control XR, it's list bookmarks, so it's escape X. I'll show you it this way first. List bookmarks, and these are my bookmarks, and then I can go to one or the other really easily, or I can do Control XR L for list bookmarks, and I can do things, and that's that. Let me add a couple more bookmarks actually. Let me bring up my 127. And this is my, I teach, one of the course numbers I teach is 127, and that's a CS0 course. So XR mark that bookmark, and let's go to 135. And that's the other course I'm teaching now, which is a CS1. XRM, make that bookmark. And now we can list them and we can navigate between them very quickly and easily. So I'm playing with this now, and there are some cool things. If I go to this listing here, one of the nice things is I can type question mark, and that will bring up, and that's pretty typical for Emacs. Bring this help, so I can mark them, I can delete them if I want. I can annotate the bookmark, so show annotation, edit annotation. So let me actually do that. So let me edit the annotation here, and this is going to be, let's say, CS0. It's Control C, Control C. Let's edit this annotation. That's CS1. Control C, Control C. Let's edit this annotation, and this is config file. Whatever, and I could do things like, and I could look more in the help, and for the annotation, whoops, I can view the annotation, etc., so I can see what they are. I can come up here to the bookmark menu, and this will also let me do things with this, so I can show the annotations which I've shown. I can toggle the display of file names. You know, so if I don't want to just want to see the bookmark name, I can toggle that. I guess I could have renamed it other than the file name before. You know, if I type W, it shows me where the file is on the bottom. So it seems pretty cool. It's not particularly, you know, super complex, but I'm going to see if this works for me. And also, if we do save things, if we save a bookmark like with somewhere in the file, like not just the top of the file, it should save the location as well. And there's more to it as well. You can read, you know, look it up in the manual, look up the help, etc. I will note one thing here is the commands to deal with bookmarks are Control-X-R and then something, like bookmark jump for B, and I can then say, oh, let's go to this bookmark. And that's those are the like register commands, and there are a whole bunch of things, and I'm not going to say too much about them here, but it's kind of funny that Protestilius made a great video on registers. You should all check that out. I'll put a link to that in the blog post, where he talks about, you know, the various basic uses of registers, which I used to use more than I use now, but they're great for storing various things, but he notes in that video that he doesn't, and he didn't talk about bookmarks, I don't think, in that video. I don't remember. And again, just check it out. It's a great video, and he puts out a lot of great videos, you know, on Emacs. But he also talks about how he doesn't use, there are also the rectangle commands under this register mode, these bindings, so he mentioned he doesn't talk too much about that, but I made a video about the rectangles a while ago, and I'll also link to that. And now there's the bookmark stuff. So I think between these three videos, I think we got the entire Control-X-R thing pretty much covered. So check those out. So anyway, so I was going to, so I just discovered this because someone put in a post like, oh, who uses bookmarks and who uses this? And so I'm trying it out. But then I saw another thing another thing under the Emacs Reddit about a new package called Burly. And Burly is to deal with window configurations. And I'm putting this with the bookmarks video because what it is, and let me just, I've got its, let me just get things up here. So basically, if we'll see here, it's basically another window configuration thing. And I thought I'd give it a shot, and it's kind of, I'm putting it with bookmarks because it actually stores things in the bookmark file, and we'll talk more about the bookmarks and bookmark files in a second. And I've tried a bunch of things. I use Projectile for projects, and that works pretty well for me, but I've never been able to use any of the facilities that kind of let you manage windows in configurations. Like there are a few things that'll manage a window configuration. So like, for example, if I'm here on my Emacs, if I do Control-2, Control, you know, like this, and it'll restore this configuration, but it won't restore the configuration of this with these files in this configuration. You know, I tried a bunch of them, eyebrows, which seem pretty promising. There's another one whose name is blank. I'm blanking right now. Perspective, and perspective I could never quite get my head around. So I thought I would check this out. So I went here and I see that for installation, it gives an installation using this Quelpa thing. So I had to set that up first. So I went to Quelpa, and Quelpa use package, because I'll need these for this. And so for Quelpa, it looks like I can just do a package install for that. So let me actually go to my, using my new bookmarks, let me go to here, and I'm just going to put this on the bottom, make sure it works. Burly Quelpa, and Emacs Lisp. And let's do use package, Quelpa ensure true. And let's see if that will install Quelpa. And I guess not. It can't find it probably. I don't know. Let's update the package list. Let's try this again. Okay, now that looks a lot better. So I just had to update the package list. And now let's put in Qualpa use package. So I think I have to install that as well, and I'll clean this up later. And that looked good. And now I can come over to Burly, and I can just use the Burly using the Qualpa option now. Now that I've done the Qualpa use package, I should be able to do this. And we're good. So it looks like we're good. It looks good for here. And we now have Burly installed. And so what we're going to do here is, let's go back to Emacs and see how this works. So let's say I go, let's split this. Yeah, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way and do it that way. So let's go to here, and for this one, let's go to my index file, and for this one, let's go to 127, and for this, let's go to 135. I don't know why. That's 127. 135, and let's go into that file a little bit, and let's go to i.org in that one. Okay, so now we're here in these various places, and the way Burly works is we do escape X Burly bookmarks window, and what this is going to do is this is going to save this as a bookmark, and let's call it org config, whatever, just give it a name. It says I'm before the first heading in 127, and that's a problem. So I got to move down below my first heading. I don't know, it's something with org and bookmarks. I haven't looked into that yet. So let's do that again. Burly bookmark window, the org files. And now it's saved that as a bookmark. And one of the things that I found is you have to actually, if you want this to persist, if I just now go escape X1, and now I look at my bookmark list, notice that I've got my Burly, or I can go to this bookmark, and that's fine. But if I do it Control XRL and Burly, bang, it brings everything back. And notice where my cursors are, they're where they were before, and that's great. Or if I kill these buffers, let me kill all my buffers, kill a bunch of buffers, let's kill. Let's kill that. So we killed most of these. Let's just go into the scratch buffer. And now if I go back to my bookmarks, boom, everything comes back up. So it looks like it mixed and matched it a little bit. So maybe that's an issue. So maybe there's a little bugs in this. So we'll have to see how it's updated. I'll test this more. And if it is an issue, I'll open up an issue up on GitHub. But if it was just me, then no worries. But one thing I want to point out about this is in Emacs, if you're using this, Emacs has your bookmarks, but note it normally stores them in a file somewhere. The default is emacs.d bookmarks, but notice that it's not there because I haven't saved this yet. So I'm going to do a save bookmarks, or it's bookmark save. And now it's saved them. And if it's not saved, it's not going to save that configuration. So now if I go to that file, these are my bookmarks. So notice here's my Burly org files, and it has all the configuration for those for that. And then my other bookmarks as well. So you can even edit this to change position. I'm assuming I could get rid of the annotations. Why don't we do that? Why don't we see if that works? This one I'm in position 76, but I could theoretically be in another position on the file. And I can even, this I could change to config readme.org. So I'm just editing this manually. I got rid of the annotation. I'll get rid of this annotation too, because why not? Let's see if this all works. And now if we look here, well, I guess we didn't refresh this. Load the bookmark file. And, well, I guess I have extras in here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's just kill everything. there's a way to reload, just to reload the bookmark file. I have to see this one. Why is it having those extra ones in there? Let me look at the bookmark file again. So I'm learning something myself. Burly 135, 127, i.org. Do not know why it has all those other ones. Let's actually see. Let's go back to here and let's actually get out of this, and maybe it's something that I loaded or something. Let me kill my Emacs and just reload it. And this is live recording. See, I'm just working it through, trying to figure it out as I go along. So let's make our font bigger. Resize this. Go back to there. And there we go. So yeah, I don't know what didn't get in sync in there, but notice that now this is config readme.org. So I actually changed this name, but I still got Burly. And notice it's still, and again, maybe I did set it up this way originally, but I've got my i.org, I've got my 127, I got my 135. Again, I thought I set it up so that I had my 127 over my i.org here and my 127 up here and my 135 here, but I'll figure that out. But anyway, this is the most promising of all the window things that I've played with so far, because it is doing windows and buffers, which I like. And I'll have to play with this with frames too to see how that works, to see if it'll all store frames or not. I don't know. Again, I just found out about this the other day. But I also like the fact that it is indeed working. It is indeed working within the basics of the bookmarks file. So it's just, it's just regular old Emacs, nothing fancy, nothing crazy. So check it out. You might want to check out Bookmarks. They're built in. I'm seeing if I like them. And if you want to do window configurations, check out Burly. It's a pretty new package. It's the last update was 3 hours ago, so it is being actively maintained. So the person who wrote it, I'm going to actually have to see again if that was just I set it up differently or if there's a little quirk here. But I definitely think you should check it out. All right, so that's it for today. Enjoy.